everyone, welcome back. Before I start, can I just say that I've been watching Sex Life on Netflix, and two things. That woman has had more sex in the last 2 episodes than I've had in the past year, which is really depressing because she's got 2 children that are like under 5. And B, did anyone do what I did? And in episode 3, did they pause and rewind the shower scene because something didn't seem right there, and I was kind of watching it and doing something else at the same time. No, that sounds wrong. I was watching it and I was doing my YouTube stuff at the same time. And then the shower scene came on and I had to stop and then I had to rewind and I had to look again and be like, oh my God, Jesus, that's interesting. Not a lot I can say about that. Probably best to just move on swiftly. But if you see the episode, you'll get what I mean. So, in today's episode, I thought I would talk about how to avoid being needy when you're dating. This is because obviously if people have watched my channel before, try not to repeat myself, but I'm not doing the dating apps anymore. And you can kind of see the content on my channel. But the flip side of not being on dating apps is the fact that you don't get any validation whatsoever. And apart from, I'm starting to get lovely YouTube comments now. You are being really sweet to me, you guys. Apart from that, I'm not really getting a lot of external validation. So at times I can feel a bit needy. And when I feel a bit needy, there's always a tendency to go through the phone book, go through the phone book, go through the past lovers, and see what's going on. And I felt really needy last night, and part of me really wanted to text Mr. Paris. And if you've watched my video, what's it called? Lockdown Romance, you'll kind of know about that. But I got that kind of split feeling where I was like, I really want to text him. And I had to think to myself, why do I want to text this person? Let's be honest, why do I want to text this person? And the reason I wanted to text this person, even though they're in a different country, I had to acknowledge to myself, I wanted to feel the same feelings that he gave to me. I wanted to feel the validation of being attractive. I wanted to feel the validation of a guy talking to me, giving me compliments, and I wanted to feel the validation of someone that I know being there for me. And that's why in that moment I wanted to reach out, because if I was on dating apps, when I feel that need of needing validation, the first thing I would do is go on the dating apps, try and get a match, and then try and talk to someone new. Because I haven't got that angle to go down now, I had to think to myself, well, I can't meet someone new. What does the brain think that I should do? And of course, the logical thing that the brain will think to do is to go backwards and to go to someone in your past. This person is the last person that I built a emotional connection with. And I do realise that I have become the male equivalent of the ghoster that comes back. I don't think it's just men that do this. There's a lot on the internet that says that only men are the people that come back, but a lot of women also do this too, and I can be guilty of this. And in that moment last night, I really wanted to text Mr. Paris and get validation again, even though I know nothing can come of it because he's in a different country and he hasn't shown me any investment that he wants to pick things up with me or move back to the UK. I had to realise that if this guy wanted to be with me, he would schedule a weekly Skype chat, he would give me phone calls, he would give me FaceTimes. And I had to think of myself, in that moment, I had to think, if I go back, I'm not going to get the result that I want. I'm going to get the temporary validation of a few texts, but I'm not going to get the emotional stability that I need from him. I'm not going to get, ultimately, a relationship from him. So, in that moment, I had to stop being needy put my phone away and go to sleep. That was the only thing I could do to stop that feeling. And then of course I wake up this morning and today's a brand new day and that feeling has subsided and I'm just back to normal. So what to do when you're feeling needy? The first thing you need to do is you need to identify why you're feeling needy. For me, if I feel kind of needy and want someone, and if I'm going into that space where I want to talk to a guy, which, let's be honest, it is a natural feeling to want someone, but you need to put that energy into wanting to find the right person and not just go back to your ex or someone that you know. Triggers for me when I feel needy can be if I watch a film on TV and the couple get together or something like that. Something as simple as watching a film can trigger that neediness inside me. It can trigger jealousy within inside me. You're thinking, oh, I want that. I want what that couple's got. I want that love story. So you have to kind of take yourself out of that frame and just see it, as hard as it is, just see it as a film and a piece of drama and just acknowledge that it's giving you those feelings inside. Another trigger for me, which will probably be a bit strange to some people, is when I'm on my period, I can get a bit needy and I can feel that need of wanting to reach out. And I don't know why it is. I don't know if it's because of hormones. I don't know if it's anything like that. But sometimes when I'm on my period, I can kind of get a bit needy and want someone to cuddle me and be there for me. And sometimes I have to think, oh, am I reaching out to this person just because I'm at that time and my hormones have gone a bit crazy? Or do I actually really want to speak to someone? So everyone's triggers for being needy will be different. But you need to analyse and see, why are you feeling needy? And why are you reaching out to someone? Are you reaching out to someone because you're lonely? Are you reaching out to someone because you genuinely want to get back with them? If you're feeling those feelings of neediness, firstly, it is normal. We all go through that. There is no one out there that hasn't sat there and fired off a text to an ex. There's no one that's perfect and that will sit there and when it's done, it's done. We all know that it's really difficult to switch feelings off. And when you've had really strong feelings for someone, until you really get over them, there's always going to be that pullback of what if, what could have been, and wanting to go back to that person. In those feelings last night of just feeling needy, that's why I felt that need to reach out to this person. And like I said, I had to acknowledge that I'm not going to get the result that I want, and the feeling ultimately passed. This probably will sound cliche, but I think the best thing you can do when you're feeling needy is to literally just do something else. When I feel that I'm coming into that kind of needy space and I want validation from someone else, I'll either do one or two things. One thing, I'll be like, well, it's time to edit a video, isn't it? It's time to just do something else. So I'll just edit a video and then the feeling will pass. What you have to realise is most feelings that you feel will eventually pass. If you're feeling sad or down, if you let yourself feel this emotion, the emotion will eventually pass. And I'll usually edit a video and then I'll get out of that space of feeling needy. Or if I'm feeling really lonely, then I will reach out to a friend or a family member and I will feel that need that way, because it's not always possible for you to fill that void of loneliness with yourself. It is okay to reach out to other people. What you've just got to be mindful of is to not reach out to toxic people, not reach out to toxic exes because you want to fill that void of loneliness. It's better to reach out to a friend or a family member than to go back in the past, because that's what you know. I think the last kind of point when you're kind of in those early stages of dating someone and you can't really demand anything of them because you're just in the early stages and you're waiting for their text. I don't know if women feel this more acutely than males, but for females waiting for a text, we have so many things going on in my mind. Has he got another woman on the go? Is he sleeping with someone else? And you can tend to make up a load of stories in your head about this person, when in reality he could literally just be with friends or playing a computer game and not even notice that you've texted him. So when you feel like this, focus on something else. And I think in general people need to have more hobbies and more going on in their own life, so there isn't this tendency to just sit back and wait for a guy to text you, and this notion of waiting for a man to change your life. You need to be strong in yourself and have that confidence that, like I'm starting to get to now, yes, it would be nice to have someone in my life. I'm not going to sit there and lie to you that I'm independent woman, don't need a man, because that's going to be a lie, and that's not being honest with you and treating you fairly. I obviously would like someone, but while I'm waiting for that to happen, I'm getting on with my own life, doing my own thing, doing my channel and etc. Whatever you do not do the double text. The double text is the major thing that you can do to just kill any spark for the man. As soon as you double text, he knows that you're interested, he knows that you really like him. It gives the power over to the man, so don't do the double text. But it also shows, sadly, that you're in that desperate mindset. You're in that mindset of wanting a man to complete you. If a guy likes you, he will respond to your text. There isn't any need for you to chase him again, to do the double text. As I say, you're operating from a mindset of weakness, and you're going to come across needy to the guy. If a guy hasn't replied, he's either busy or doing something else. I don't know, people don't tend to operate from the same standards as me. For me, I like to do a text every 24 hours. If he's not doing that, he's not interested. He's got someone else on the go. And that's what you have to realise, sadly. His silence is telling you all you need to know, really. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed the video, and see you soon.